Hello everybody, welcome back to another Hypixel Skyblock video. In today's video, I am going to be talking about the 5 unkillable money-making methods that are part of this Skyblock game. In my opinion, these are the best money-making methods. Even though they don't make you all that much money per hour, these are the methods that will never, ever die. And if you have these items or minions or whatever it may be, then you're going to be rocking. You're basically never going to see drought or a depression where you don't have any money. Now, I don't know if the markets have crashed to absolutely devastate somebody in this game, because this is a pretty open world game, so I don't see markets crashing. Now, if you follow these methods, you will see in the sidebar that I have 12 million coins, and that's the amount of coins like a bit of just doing 2 or 3 days of this kinds of stuff could get you, and that's quite a bit of coins for a couple days, especially towards the mid to the late early game, early mid game. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about the first method. So the first method is actually pretty simple, and I think everyone in Skyblock knows this method exists. But they either are getting to the point or they are going to be at that point. But that is getting snow or clay minions down. The reason I recommend snow or clay is because they make a lot of money. Like, let's say, for example, I take a minion. Alright, let's go ahead and take a drop from the minion. So this minion, literally right here, let me go deposit the coins in my bank really quickly, and I'm going to show you how much money just this single minion has made me, like, right now. So let's go ahead and I will sell all of these items to the merchant, which is what you really want to do. Look at that. Just from selling these items to the merchant, I have gotten 266,000 coins that I literally did not have to work for. And since I have, I think, 25 clay minions down, if I go ahead and do the math really quickly. Hold up, I'm going to zoom on my face really quickly. So if I go ahead and do the math really quickly, so I'm going to open up the calculator. I should have had that open. But if I go ahead and pull up a calculator, $266,400 per minion, and I have 24 clay minions. That is 6.3 million coins. That's quite a bit of coins just from the minion drops that I have available right now. But obviously I'm going to let these sit for a couple days longer and maybe even double or triple. Obviously this counts the calculation for a enchanted lava bucket and stuff like that. But yeah, that is all you really need. If you just set up your minions, if you were to wanted to play very casually, not sweaty, but casually, you could just collect your minions each week, and you would build up like 100 mil in just a few short months. And it's not even that hard. You just have to sell your minion drops every week or two and get large storages. Or if you wanted to like go away for 2 or 3 weeks, you know, kind of like that. Where you would go away for like 2 or 3 weeks, or you were going on vacation or something like that, you could literally make so much money by just letting your minions work. And it's not even that hard to get them to tier 11. I think it costs like 450k per tier 11 clay minion, plus the super compactor, which is like a mil, and then the bucket, which is like 300k. So it's literally it's about 1.5 mil per tier 11 minion, fully maxed with the super compactor, lava bucket, and max storage, without the XXL. But you know, you could do that method, or you could rock it with medium storage, which will only cost 300k in its entirety or less. If you wanted to forge all that wood, I would recommend it because it's actually pretty easy. So the second money making method that will never die is items with a margin. So this kind of money making method only makes sense if you understand where a item's price bottoms out. And what I'm going to explain in this as a reference is the catalyst, which is crafted with the crystal fragment, which you get from boss fights, which are the dragon fights. So the catalyst has had a varying price. Like right now, if I look, oh perfect, these are Not really, but if I go into fuels and I look at catalyst prices, the catalyst right now is 91,000 coins to buy from the bazaar. But I know if I go into a dragon fight, for example, and leech frags, I could get like a free 91k. But there have been times where catalyst will reach 50k just because so many people are buying them. Like, let's say if Derpy or Technoblade ever became mayor again. But the catalyst prices died when Technoblade and Derpy became mayor because the 50% skill perks. So people want their minions to be efficient as possible, so the prices died. But then once the people brought the demand back up after Derpy or the Technoblade mayor and they fought dragons again, the prices increased. So what you could do to take advantage of that and make a lot of money is when you know a special mayor is coming back up and he or she, I don't know. I think they're all he's. Actually, that's pretty neat. But when he comes back up, depending on which mayor it is, you could be the one to take advantage of it. Or during that mayor, like Scorpius, for example, or Jerry, when we just had a Jerry mayor, you could take advantage of their in-game perks, which Scorpius gives the Darker Auction, which is giving us like the Midas Staff and Tier 7 Book Enchants and the Plasma Nucleus. You could buy up those things. Now this is for the richies right here. This kind of advice would be for people who have over 100 mil bank balance, or maybe 250 mil. I'm not sure, but you would want to do this when you have probably a big bank balance, especially with Scorpius, because his items are 50 mil plus easy. So definitely, I would recommend buying up stuff. Buying up stuff before mayor or after mayor, and then sell it. You'll make plenty of money. That method's never going to die, even if they update the game. And a lot of people think, oh my gosh, updates will die money-making methods. Nah. But no, there's going to be a new method created, and then you can take advantage of that. This method will never die because there's always going to be updates to Skyblock. Now, when they stop updating this game in the mayor cycle, it'll still be there because of the mayor cycle, and it would be literally, the game would have to be so bland not for this method to work, and by that point, no one's playing, like 500 concurrent players. Like, it would literally be as dead as a Hypixel minigame. So the third money-making method is diamond spreading flipping. Now, this is not just your average 80 diamond spreadings per day. I'm talking about a big multi-million-dollar industry like I have tried to do. This right here is the result of about 8 million coins in diamond spreadings. Well, I've already sold the stacks, but right here, if I put the remaining vines I had right here, if I had all of them, this chest is worth 8 mil. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, vines aren't worth that much. But when you take into the fact that diamond spreadings, which has such a high margin, the market would literally have to die for this to not even be worth it. Because let's go ahead and look up diamond spreading on the AH, and you see right here, the lowest one is 8,000. It would probably cost, or I know the cost because I've done it, it costs about 1,325 to 1,350 coins to make one single diamond spreading. That market would literally have to die to 2,000 coins to make it not worth it, and then you would still make 600 coins per, and in the early game, that is volatile. That is your lifeline. That is the money-making method you want to abuse in the early game for sure. Mid-game, you want to abuse it, and even in the late game, if you're a big stock trader, this is kind of what you want to be looking for. So, this diamond spreadings are a unkillable money-making method, unless they add something like the Krampus helmet. But once again, diamond spreadings will never die. Potato spreadings were added. People were thinking, oh, that's going to be the new money-making method. No, that's not going to be the new money-making method. And I love how that red flashed right there. But no, potato spreadings did not last very long. And the Krampus helmet wasn't a money-making method because you can only put one per profile in a minion. So diamond spreadings literally will never die, and even if they did get replaced by something, people are still going to want diamonds because they need them, because they make lots of money. So yeah, even then I did the calculations. Krampus helmet makes just enough or a little bit less than the diamond spreading does, and when you have just that one Krampus spreading, or Krampus helmet with the present spreading, you're not going to make as much money as a lot more minions with diamond spreadings. That is how volatile diamond spreadings are to Skyblock. Skyblock's economy. And that is why that is the best early game money making method, because while you can make 800k, you can make about 650k every day if you just flip your 80 given to you each day. Or if you're a big stock trader, like you have maybe, I don't know, a couple 10 million coins like I do, and you can afford to get people around you to convert your jungle leaves into vines, you can become a big investor, and you could become like the biggest supplier for diamond spreadings like I am in this economy. So the next money-making method that will never die is craftable flips. So this is kind of going back to the bottoming out money-making method, but it's all similar except that you're trying to craft them. So currently right now, the only reason this method could die is, once again, if the game got so bland, so incredibly bland, that it would literally not have more than a 500-person player base. That would be the only way this method dies, because not everyone is at Warden Helmet and Necron or Storm if you're a mage at that point of the game. So people are still in high need of Reaper Falchions and Spirit Scepters. And what you can do as a entrepreneur and upcoming business tycoon, you can be the person that supplies these things. So you can say, for a Spirit Scepter, for example, people are still wanting these. Look, right here, 10 million coins. I guarantee you that I could buy all the Spirit Wings I need to craft this for less than 9 mil, and I can make like a 1 million coin profit. That is how volatile these methods are. Now, something like a Midas sword, you can't flip that anymore, but something like a Midas staff, the only reason you could flip it is because of the Scorpius Mayor not being around for a long time. But those methods are very volatile. If you can craft something and it be worth a little more, like 100k more, that's just 100k of free profit that you can make each time. And if people don't catch on to you, like aspect of the end flipping is, that's a risky market for crafting, but sometimes I've seen it where people will literally party you and say, hey bro, you're selling these and I'm not happy. And that's a true story, because I've had people come up to me and say, hey bro, stop selling, we're trying to sell them too, Jesus. But look, okay, so let's go ahead and do an example here with Aspect of the End, since I believe these are the best, once again, early game craftable flips, since people are always in need of Aspect of the Ends, and I believe, so, Aspect of the End. There you go. So let's go ahead and go to the lowest right here. So 200k or 210k for a clean AOTE. So let's go ahead and see right here what it would cost in pearls to get that. So we need half a stack, 195k. So if you bought the enchanted diamond, you could make like 12k profit per sword you sell. So once again, that's not a high margin. I've seen those margins be like 60, 70k. So right now might not be the best time. But you need to look at high profile items that many players are going to need. Like if it's a mage item, you're going to need to buy it. If it's a berserk item, more than likely, you're going to need to buy it. If you can make a craftable flip, do it. It will make you so much money. I have made literally maybe 30 million coins, not all of them on me because I've spent and made things, but I've at least made 50 mil in my entire time flipping. Now, doesn't mean I have all of it. No, you spend money to make money, and that motto still applies to Skyblock. So, in my opinion, these are the 4 best methods I could think of off the top of my head. Now, if I obviously had some more time, then you could obviously probably come up with your own methods to make, like, I don't know, 50 million coins an hour. But these are the methods that could carry you all the way to endgame, even, in my opinion, because they're not all subjective. Well, only one of them on this list was subjective. Well, 2 of them, because 2 of them, like the minions and the diamond spreading, because these methods are over an item worth from 1 coin to 1 billion coins. So you can do it with pretty much anything in the game, because anything in this game most likely has a margin. And that's probably the saying at like a large scope. And in my opinion, I believe everything has a margin, whether it's a 1 coin margin or a billion coin margin, whether it costs 1 coin or a billion coins, like the Devon's alloy. But definitely, if you can use these methods, you could become Hypixel Skyblocks' next billionaire. And to be honest, I think it's really good that some of the early game players or the small YouTubers like us, we can come up with the money-making methods that actually work. So pretty much, that's going to be the end of this video. So hopefully you did enjoy this video. Hopefully you use this knowledge to benefit you, or you use it to benefit someone else. But hopefully y'all have a great rest of your day. I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.